Hey guys, welcome again to my channel. Today we're going to have a look at changing the oil filters on two jet skis, and I've got my friend Darren with me who's going to help us through the process. Hiya Darren.
G'day Grant. Well, today we've got two jet skis, Yamaha VX Deluxes. One's a 2015, the new shape, and one's 2014, the older shape. Both 1000cc engines, and we're going to do a very simple oil change.
Yep, let's go and have a look. Thanks. Would you be able to give us a quick rundown of the processes involved, and because we need a few little extras, we can't just pull the pump, pull it off and do it.
The way to do an oil change of a jet ski is to you've got to suck the oil out because there's no sump at the bottom to drain it. So we need a pump, we'll suck the oil out, then we've got to try and get to what I think is the hardest thing, is get to the oil filter, and I'll show you where that is in both skis. It's one's a little bit harder than the other. Pull the oil filter out and then replace it with a new oil filter and fill it up, and away you go.
Right Darren, so do you want to go over the tools and the things that we need?
Okay, so normally to change an oil filter you need one of these, but of course with the oil filters in the jet skis, too big, you can't do it. So you'll need to obviously get a wrench if you can get it in. Most of the oil filters have got a hex on the top, so it allows you to just grip it, but because of its positioning it's very difficult. You will need an oil pump. This is a little pump here, goes onto a 12-volt battery. That'll pump the oil out of the jet skis. Obviously you'll need some oil. I don't muck around with the oil, I always go with the Yamaha oil. That's the branded oil that we've got. This is the 1040. And here's my new oil filters ready to go in. The difference is with these ones is they've got the hex on the top, so you can actually get a spanner onto it and to do it up. We'll see how that goes when we put them in.
Thanks Darren. Let's go and have a look and see what we need to do to get to these oil filters. So here's the two jet skis that we're going to do. Come around here, we'll need to take off the seats. The engines are sitting underneath the seats, so we'll let Darren take us through that. Thanks Darren.
Alright, so we'll take this seat off this one here. This is the older model, 2014, and it's got the one-piece seat. Now the oil filter is on the other side that we've got to get to, so we'll show you that.
So the problem with the oil filters is that hidden in this tiny little gap over here is where the oil filter hides, so we don't have space to be able to get in there really with anything much. So Darren's already done this one. He's going to show us how to put it back. So you can see that we're just doing this by feel because we can't see a thing in there. What's going on?
It's getting the start.
So if we have a look around here now that it's on, even though we can see down the side of the engine, we're not really even able to see that oil filter. It's not in that picture anywhere, is it?
Yeah. So you can see it there, right there. That's it there.
Alright. So we can see it at the moment. It's just over there. But that's all you can see. And you can see the problem that we would have with trying to get devices onto it to try and get it unscrewed and screwed up, which is why that little hex nut on the end of the new ones that we're buying will come in so useful.
But to get to it, you need to get the best thing is the grips. To get down and come this way, get your grips on it. It doesn't hurt to actually take your phone, put your phone down there, take a photo, and just have a look at the positioning of it. So once the key is to get your grips, to get a bit of a start, all you got to do is just break the seal and then you can undo it by hand. But it's actually maneuvering your hands and your arms. If you're a gymnast or elastic man, it would be very easy, but both of us are not that, so we'll see how we go at getting this one out.
Thanks Yamaha designers for making this so simple.
The first part of draining the oil is you need the pump, you'll need a rag, and you need an empty container to put the oil in.
Alright, so to get the seat off, there's a little slot here. Put your hand in there and click, and that one comes up. You need to take that off.
Yep.
Take that off, just get somewhere. And then we do the same for the second one. There's a handle underneath here. Click, off that comes. So if we want to come and have a look and see what we want to try and accomplish, we move up here onto the engine, go down there, start looking down here somewhere. We can just make it out in that picture, so you can see the problems we have. Also this one, the gap at the top is narrower, so we've got even less space to move our arm around. So we need to get the pump hooked up to the battery. Because I'm height challenged, Darren's going to do that for me. It is a bit of a stretch. The oil pump that we're going to use, you got obviously your red going to the positive or the red terminal, and the black negative going to the black terminal on the battery.
Oh, yeah, that works.
So we'll leave the pump up here so we can access the tubes and get them down into the sump. We've got a bottle over there which is going to contain the oil. How many liters of oil does this have?
It's only about 2 to 3 liters, I think.
Because normally a car would be about 4.5.
Yeah.
You got the pipe into the collection bottle. Pump's up here. Pump's connected up to our battery, which is inside here. And we're now going to open up the sump. You can see the oil dripping off there. There's your rag. Now we need to get this down into the sump as deep as we can. Once that's in, you can switch the pump on and hopefully see some oil coming up. Once the pump starts running easier, we're running out of oil. I want to reduce the size of the pipe so we can get it deeper into the sump and get more of the oil out. So we're going to take the one pipe off and put this one on because it's longer. That'll get deeper down, but that does also mean that it's going to be slower, which is why we use the big one first of all. That's better.
Yeah, it's picking up air now, so that's pretty much it.
So we're trying to find the oil filter because it's really hard to see
Feel.
and feel.
That was just slipping. Here's the old filter coming up. Just remember, it's always full of oil, which you don't want to tip it upside down. And now we can replace it with a new one. Oil filter I'm using, if you're in New Zealand, you can get them from Sedgins Auto Parts. Why I chose this, as I said before, it's got the little hex on the top, so hopefully it'll make it easier next time when we put it in or pull it out. So before you put it in, always get a little bit of oil, just run it around the rubber seal here. Lubricate that so it won't bite when you're doing it up.
Alright, let's get the new one back in.
Well, you need to do this, right?
And then we need to tighten it up a little bit.
And I can see that hex there.
So now, if we have a look down, try and locate our oil filter. So we can see the hex nut much better now and be able to get a spanner onto that. Well, hopefully. Let's see, Darren.
That's the plan, right? And my extension's too short. Story of my life. One thing about the Yamaha, this one here, the later model, 2015, is narrower than the 2014, and you got to watch out because it's very sharp through here with the fiberglass, and you always cut your forearms.
Yeah.
Not too tight.
A little bit easier, but still very tricky because we really can't see what we're doing. We still have to work by feel. So Darren and I have got the oil filter new one in, and we are now going to fill it up with the oil that it needs.
And just measure it. Yep. Just work it back that way. Now when the dipstick's full, that's the telltale sign.
Yep. I'm going to try and do about half, and we'll measure. Right, let's see where we're at. That's your max.
Yep.
That's your minimum.
The oil's so hard to see as it runs down a bit.
That's why I'm getting it just so that it's shining in the sun there. Quick say.
Just the mechanic feed that to me.
A little bit more.
Never overfill. 3/4, leave it at that if you're happy. Job done.
And I was quite impressed because I didn't see it drop.
Gonna give it the test run.
You remember you're going to lose a little bit of oil because it's going to go into that filter still.
And that's half full, not done it. So, oops.
Makes it a bit more visible.
And I'd say that's about there.
Yeah.
Perfect. Just a fraction under. Exactly what we need. And it starts again too, which is good. Always a good sign.
Other than that little bit of oil there, which I assume came out when you
When it pulled it out.
oil
So.
underneath it, so it's a good job.
Oil on the sump. We'll get that up in the next video. Eh?
Well, thanks, Darren. That was great taking us through that.
No worries, Grant.
Thanks.
No worries. Cheers.
Bye. Hey, if you've enjoyed watching these videos, how about giving us a thumbs up on the video? And if you want to see more videos like this, how about subscribing to my channel? It would be much appreciated. Hope you have a good day. Thanks. Bye.